YouTube live. Thank you so much. Troy West here. You're watching the Science Sports Gaming Channel. It's a special live Thursday night football edition. Wednesdays I usually preview tomorrow night's game, so we're gonna do it live today. Like I said, my main camera is broke on my PlayStation, so I've been doing my blogs live. And we're gonna be back here Saturday as well with another live. So thank you guys for joining. We had a fun time on Saturday. Shout out to my man Thurk again. Shout out to B, Don Juan, everybody that support me. Thanks so much for watching. Of course, we're gonna focus today just on the Saints and the Jags tomorrow night. Saints coming off a tough loss to Houston. Jags squeaking out a win against the Indianapolis Colts. So both teams trying to stay within contention. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow night. But first, we're gonna look back on week 6. What's up, B? Thanks for joining me, man. I know it's a little late for you. But I got some good news though. I'm back. I could get back on Rumble. I'll probably get back on it tomorrow because they probably started an event. I missed last week's event, so hopefully this weekend's event will be fun. So we're gonna definitely gonna do my live stream on Saturday as well, like I normally do. So I'll probably get back on Rumble tomorrow. I was able to get my PlayStation Plus back, so that's what's basically was the hold up why I couldn't get on. So I'll definitely be back on that tomorrow. I missed, like I said, I don't even know what last week event was, but we'll be back. But this is my sports blog, so I'm gonna be talking American sports. So I know you're not too big familiar with it, but yeah, but this gonna be a short live because I'm only really focusing on one game. I'm gonna look back on last week's games, which was week 6. Then I'm gonna break down the Jags and the Saints respectively. Then got my power rankings ready. Power rankings was kind of hard to do probably through the whole season. This probably was the hardest one because a lot of teams lost last week. A lot of the top teams, so I kind of mixed my my power rankings up for this week, and then we're gonna get out of here. I got a big announcement Saturday. I'm gonna wait for Saturday. Um, yeah, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I know, like I said, I know you're not from America, so especially American football, because I'm talking about American football. So really, it's just it's like probably me speaking Chinese to you, but I appreciate you being here. And like I said, if you got time tomorrow, we can run some get back on some Rumble tomorrow. Um, but let's get into why I'm here, why I'm doing this live today. Let's look back at week 6. Look back at some of the scores from last week. Like I said, it was a crazy week in the NFL. A lot of the top teams went down last week. Okay, B, yeah, we'll definitely get on. I try to get on as early as possible, though. Well, that's right, you got school, probably be close to around this time. I think this would be a good time tomorrow to get on. I'll probably do some content with it as well. But yeah, to look back on some of last week's games, of course, last Thursday night was Chiefs Broncos. Chiefs won that game. I watched most of that game. The Chiefs, like I said, they don't look like the normal Chiefs as far as their offense. Travis Kelce still is dominant, but the receivers got to catch up to the offense. Mahomes made some uncharacteristic mistakes, but Denver couldn't take advantage of it, of course. And with the Broncos, I just wonder if my man Russ is done. I don't think they're going to bench him yet, but he didn't look good in this particular game, so we'll see how both teams go. But the Chiefs, I think they're pretty scary at the same time because if the offense do get rolling the way the defense playing, they're going to be a tough team to beat once again. Me as a Ravens fan, Ravens defeat the Titans last week, 24-16. Now the first half, I was excited. I was like, yeah, this the offense really supposed to look like this. We was moving the ball, the run game was doing what it was doing. Everything was flowing, but the second half, Tennessee sort of kept creeping. Titans to me, somewhat disappointing so far this year, just 2-4. Um, Tannehill, I think it's time for Tennessee to move on. They need to try to find another guy. Um, I think he's done. I think he's holding the Titans back. Willis didn't look that great, but I will go ahead and go to him and then just let the season ride out, and then hopefully if you got a high draft pick, probably draft another quarterback. But Tennessee, is definitely because Derrick Henry, he had a big game again, but which he do usually against the Ravens, but he just needed help out there from his quarterback. So that's what I took away from that game. But as a Ravens fan, of course, a win is a win, but I still don't like the way we look for offense. Defense comes and goes, but the offense looked bad again to me in the second half. Yeah, I know you just watched Formula One. Yeah, I follow it a little bit, but over the years, I haven't really paid a lot of attention to Formula One. Commanders, Falcons, same score, 24-16. Washington won. Howell looked good. When he gets protection, when any quarterback gets protection, they play a lot better. So he played very well. Atlanta, like I said, sort of home and aways. They don't play well on the road. They play well, even though this was their first home loss this one game. But Ritter, I mean, I think he's still growing. So you go with the growers pace there. They was able to slow down Robinson as well in this game. But the Commanders definitely a bounce back win. I did like how they performed against Chicago, so I knew they was going to play a stronger game, and they was able to get the win on the road. Vikings Bears. I thought the Bears would win this game. I thought they would take this momentum and move forward at least against the Vikings, but Minnesota was able to gut one out. Kirk Cousins, give him credit. He's in a lot of trade rumors now. He's handling it very, very well so far. But without having Justin Jefferson, that's going to hurt them, though. As you see, the offense definitely underperformed and didn't do as they normally do. Like I said, the Bears, like I said, I thought this would be a perfect game for them to build something, but they couldn't do it. So disappointing loss for the Bears. But both of those teams, pretty much to me, is finished. They ain't gonna. I don't see them being any playoff teams at all. This was a underrated game. Seahawks at Bengals. Bengals was able to pull this out, 17-13. Um, like I said, the Seahawks. Gino played okay. He had the two interceptions. Um, but they just I don't know. They just could not execute down in the red zone. They had some issues. Bengals. Um, Joe Burrow started to luck himself again. So the Bengals going to be dangerous. So we'll see where both these teams go from here. But I think Seattle will still be in the mix for a playoff spot as well. So, but it was a big win for the Bengals for sure. Probably the most surprising result, Browns defeating the San Francisco 49ers 19-17. Of course, Niners had a chance, kicking, let them down. Everybody got crazy predictions about the Niners. I mean, this is a bad loss for sure, and it happens. I thought, Cleveland, if you look at their defensive metrics, they've been, uh, they pretty much on pace to be one of the best defenses ever. Like, which is hard to believe. You got the 2000 Ravens, the '02 Buccaneers, the Seattle defense with the Legion Boom, the Steelers defenses over the years. The Browns is exceeding all of that as far as stats. They brung it. I give them credit. PJ Walker. There wasn't pretty, but he was more stable than the young kid, so I was surprised that they went to him. Um, but yeah, I mean the Niners. Brock Purdy looked at normal for a change. Um, but I think they still could have won this game. Like despite all of that, they still could have won this game. So yeah, it's a bad loss, but I think the Niners will be fine. I think the Browns are gonna be dangerous because of this defense. We'll see if Deshaun get back. He's still injured. If they can give you anything off, it's the Browns will be still a dangerous team down the stretch. Dolphins over Panthers 42-21. No surprise here. Dolphins offense still look unstoppable. Tyreek Hill putting up crazy numbers. We'll see if that pace continues. Like I said, I like the Miami coming into the season anyway. Panthers, like I said, young, growing. Bryce Young got to get better, but this is a build year for the Panthers anyway. Colts Jags score was close to 37 pulled away, but this game was close. I think the Jags pulled away. Um, I could say this is probably their best game they played all year. Lawrence a little banged up. He's questionable for tomorrow's game, so I'm gonna look into that and see if they say most likely he's going to play tomorrow night. But he got nicked. Of course, the Colts, bad news for them. Anthony Richardson, their rookie quarterback, he's out for the year. He's going to have shoulder surgery, so he's done for this season. So Minshew will probably be the quarterback going forward. I think Minshew was solid, but I think Richardson gives him a higher ceiling. So now I think the Colts going to be, had them up and down games, which they probably would have had with Richardson as well. But I'm starting to think they're going to start going in the other direction. Jags, like I said, they just been consistent. If they can push together some consistency, they'd be fine. They still lead in the division. So despite that, they still lead in the division. So let's see if they can go on the road now. Titans, Saints, of course, we're going to talk about the Saints in a second. Texans, excuse me. Texas Saints. Houston wins 20-13. Derek Carr, 350. Though he's a little nicked up. Kamara had a good game as well. Like the Saints, they did they got a lot of yards. I guess they just couldn't finish. I didn't see any of this game. I just saw highlights. But CJ Stroud, he's the real deal. Houston, like I said, they're going to be a spoiler team down the stretch as well. Patriots Raiders. Raiders with it 20-17. Patriots, of course, really got a lot of bad vibes. A lot of rumors about Bill Belichick, all that stuff. Of course, he's not going to get fired. Like, I just don't believe that at all. If anything happens, he might step down, but he's not going to get fired. But we'll see if they make changes as far as in the front office, because he's the GM as well. So they said that might be, they keep saying that's the issue. Patriots don't have a lot of talent on offense naturally, so Matt Jones is struggling. Raiders, like I said, they're an up and down team. They show you something, then they don't. Garoppolo had to be out again. Of course, he still stayed injured, but they still was able to get the win. Rams beat the Cardinals 26-9. Probably the first game of the year, other than the Niners game. It's like the division handled the Cardinals well, but they play teams out of the division. They have gotten pretty handled. Or they've been close, but in the division, like the Niners beat them real bad, and the Rams pretty much dominated this game. Like I said, Rams are talented, too talented. They're going to be, like I said, they're not going to be an easy team to deal with. They still have Aaron Donald, so not surprised that the Rams are 3-3. Cardinals, like I said, this is as expected. So, but I just like the way they played this year because they haven't rolled over, but got pretty dominated in this game. Another big shocking upset: Jets over the Eagles. The Eagles lose their first game of the season, 20-14. Jets win that game. Defense stepped up for the Jets, and I give Zach Wilson credit. He's been playing very well. So with for the Jets, I think the Jets as well, because of their defense, they're going to hang around. Eagles, I just think they haven't looked great all season, and they finally caught up to them in this game. Jalen Hurts, another 3 interceptions. It's way surpassed what he done last year, turning the ball over. You can't do that in the NFL against anybody. And just took advantage of that, able to get out a win. But I think the Eagles still fine. I think they're going to somehow figure it out, what's going on with the offense, but we'll see. Lions over the Buccaneers. Lions win it 5-1 over the Buccaneers, 20-6. I like what I see from the Lions. Really, they only loss was in overtime to the Seahawks. Other than that, they could be 6-0 right now. Jared Goff, like I said, I give him credit. Another big game, 353, 2 touchdowns. Um, like I said, I've been down on him since he left LA. But last year he showed me a lot. He showed me a lot this year. Tampa, 3-2. I'm still in the mix to win the division. I think they're going to be around all year. Baker, probably his first game, but he really looked out of place. Um, but Tampa just just not on the top 10 level. But I like the way they look this year so far. But they had problems at home. They 1-2 at home, so that's weird. But Detroit, uh, they're not falling to these games with now that the expectations there, and it's going to get higher because now teams you starting to see people in the media start to talk about the Lions more. So let's see if the Lions can handle that. If they can, I think they'll be fine. Sunday night football was Giants Bills. That wound up being a close game. Bills stopped the Giants at the goal line, win that game 14-9. Of course, questionable call on the tight end Waller. Was he held? I mean, he clearly was held. But I heard somebody say they're not going to call that two plays in a row. So they just got called for it to make it right on the goal line. I like the play call. I just think they should have did something more scheme wise, like something coming across the middle or something like that. So the Bills hold on. Bills, it's just that team. Like when they on their A game, they look unbeatable. Josh Allen when he's at his best. But I think, like I said, they sort of remind me of the Vikings a little bit. The running game is not consistent, and really, if Diggs is not getting open, the Bills struggle with offense. Even though he still had 10 catches in this game, 400 yards, but I think he's the only consistent guy you can rely on. I like the way Saquon Barkley bounced back. The Giants, I don't know. I mean, they had a hard schedule. They played a lot of tough teams as well. Um, but we still expected more from them. Daniel Jones is hurt, so we'll see if he can come back. So I think the Giants too far down, 1-5. It's gonna be hard to crawl from that hole. But the Bills, now they it's the pressure to keep winning, even though they beat Miami, which they got that in their back pocket. But they still a game back. Um, and the offense, like I said, division game, like I said, even you know, division games is always close because I mean you study the team more, you got more film on them, just all that little small stuff. You play them twice a year, so it's hard when you play somebody maybe once every 4 years or once a year. Um, it's just harder to prepare for them. So, um, but the Bills, like we'll see how they build on this win. Um, and Monday Night Football was Dallas Cowboys over the LA Chargers, 20-17. Um, Cowboys defense stepped up big. First, the sack by Micah Parsons, and then the interception by Gilmore, and I think it was the very next play, closed that game out. The Chargers, man, and now I saw a stat on Herbert. Like I said, Herbert, people probably push back on it, but I said Herbert's a little overrated. And I seen a stat that he has the most interceptions in the fourth quarter since he was drafted. So he struggles in the fourth quarter, and that's probably why they fall. That they falter down the stretch and can't close games because he turns the ball over. He's a great quarterback. I think he's going to be fine, but he's a glaring stat. And of course, the interception in the game hurt them um, as they lost by 3. I just think, like I said, whatever's going on in the cloud that's over the Chargers ain't gone yet. And now that I see that stat, that make me think it's not just the coach, it's not just Staley, even though Staley makes stupid decisions. But it's not just him. Herbert got to play better in the fourth quarter. Of course, they blew a 27-0 lead in that playoff game last year to the Jags, so um, that's tough. So they got to get that corrected. They got to be a team that can finish games, or they go to always bump their head against the ceiling. Cowboys, everybody started to come around again. Like, yeah, Cowboys this, Cowboys that. I think Dallas. I think Prescott did play well. Give him his credit. That's Prescott. This probably was his best game of the season, for sure. Throwing the football, And they did a lot of read option with him too. He had the touchdown run, so I think that's what you got to do. Um, people was criticizing CD Lamb. I don't want to say criticizing, but saying he's still not in that elite class, and I wouldn't put him in that elite class either. I think he has to open this game up a little bit more. But he's definitely, for that team, the number one receiver. Because Gallup and everybody else sort of just inconsistent. Brandon Cooks is good, too. I got to give him his credit. Veteran. He had the big touchdown catch with a great throw by Prescott, by the way. So Dallas, like I said, they're talented. On the defensive side, they got to just, this game, they got to do it at the right time. But it was a big win for them coming off that loss to San Francisco to bounce back and win. And now that Philly lost, this was a big win for them. They didn't fall, or they took advantage, and they still played them twice. So yeah, B, I'm a sportsaholic. I've been watching sports since I was right before I was a teenager. I've been watching football for about 30 years. Really watching football. So yeah, but a little bit. Yeah, what you need something? Hold on, I'll do it real quick. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, B. Be right back. You sure? You should be able to move it. Yeah, I might open the door to mop right there too. Okay, we may just leave it like this. I mean, I'm gonna close it for now. Okay. Yeah, but I might open. Okay. Don't close it all back. Right. I just feel like this. Ooh, sorry about that. Had to do something real quick upstairs. Oh dang, I messed up my There we go. Yeah, me too, man. Like you've been cool, us playing, us playing the bash together. I mean, rumble together. And you're a good kid, so I appreciate your support. Yeah, I guess everybody. We had probably because it was Saturday, we had a bigger crowd Saturday. With everybody probably watched the playback. Let me see. Let me pull up the game now because I'm gonna start talking about the game tomorrow night. Let's see. But yeah, sorry about that. That's why I like doing live streams sometimes because just never know. Gotta do something. Stop and do something. Let me see. But this is an interesting game tomorrow night, though. Jags coming off a win. Saints, trying to stay alive in the South. So, I'm trying to pull it up, see if it's. Well, actually, I don't need this. I wrote some notes down. I'll just go off my notes. Yeah, but yeah, man, you've been a great supporter since I met you. Like I said, you don't even know nothing about American football, but you're still here, so I appreciate it. But yeah, some people probably watch the playback, So, but like I said, tomorrow I'm gonna do some Rumble. I probably record some of it, put it on the channel, and then Saturday I'm gonna do a live stream. And like I said, I got something. Got an announcement Saturday, so I'm gonna think I'm gonna do it during the live stream. I'm gonna have two live streams. I'm gonna live stream my sports blog, and I'm gonna live stream Crash Team Rumble too. So I wonder what they're gonna have this week. I'm kind of excited to see because I ain't played it in a while. So kind of excited to see what they're gonna have for this week for Crash Team Rumble. So yeah, this game tomorrow night. Let's look at the Jags side of it first. Jags at home. They 4-2. They're 2-0 on the road, so that's weird, Even though I guess the London's game counts as home games, but I want to see tomorrow night. I want to see from them. Well, Trevor Lawrence, like I said, that's what I wanted to check out. Is he going to play? I think he's going to play tomorrow night. I think he's just got just a little ankle injury, so maybe he'll play tomorrow night. We'll see. But he needs to improve as well because he hasn't. He's been up and down this year, so he needs to get better if the Jazz going to take that next step and really be a contender in the AFC and to win this division. Because like I said, I think they had some challenges. I think Houston ain't going nowhere. I think they're going to be around. The Titans starting to fall, and the Colts losing Richardson. So it's really Houston to me they got to worry about now. But I think they still want to establish a good record. Get some home games for the postseason. So to me this is a sort of a big game for both teams. Saints. The defense, like I said, this will be a challenge for Lawrence. See if he could go against that defense. I want to see Derek Carr play a clean game as well for the Saints. Because the Saints, to me, is the offense. If the offense can get it together, they could be a formidable team. The defense has been consistent, so I want to see Lawrence play well against that defense. If I'm going to believe in the Jags, but we'll see. It's an interesting game tomorrow night. Both teams in weak divisions. The Saints, though, they got the Buccaneers to deal with. They have the Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. I think the Falcons are also going to be hanging around as well. Carolina's done. They 0-6, and they just not ready yet. So, but this is going to be a 3-team race in that division. I think the Jags really is Houston. I think the Colts are about to start falling a little bit, and I think the Titans, unless they make some type of change or find a veteran. Even though Cousins probably don't waive his clause, but maybe they should see if Kirk Cousins would want to come to Tennessee. I think I would say he's better than Tannehill. So maybe the Titans should look into that. But if they stay with Tannehill all year, I just don't see them really doing much. So, but yeah, tomorrow night is going to be a big one. But I'm going to go with somewhat of an upset. I think the Saints. Now, the Saints is a point favorite, but I still think most people probably would pick the Jags to win this game. But I'm going to go with the Saints. And a tough one. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think Lawrence, even if he plays, he's going to be a little not himself. So I think the Saints pull it out. I think they win a tight one, 17-13. I think it's going to turn into a defensive game. And then the Saints at home and at night it's just it's a crazy atmosphere. And I think the Jaguars going to take a while to get it together, and the Saints going to pull it out. I think it's going to be tight. So I go with 17-13, which is low scoring, but I think it's going to have to be if the Saints going to win. I think the Jags get 20 or more. think it's going to be hard for the New Orleans to keep up with them. So that's my prediction for tomorrow night. So now, like I said, we've been on here 30 minutes. It don't really matter about the time. But like I said, this was always a short stream anyway. I'm going to talk about a few of the other games this week. Raiders Bears, they play this week. That's an interesting game. I want to see if the Bears bounce back at home, but we all know about that. Colts Browns. I think the Browns going to ride the momentum. I think you should see a good game from them this week. Bills Patriots, possible blowout. Patriots just look lost right now, so we'll see if the Patriots can get off the mat and do anything. Commanders Giants, division game also. I probably will lean Commanders, but Giants showed a lot of heart Sunday night. I'm sorry. Falcons Buccaneers. This is a big game in the South. The winner of this game could claim that they could win this division. Lions Ravens. Ravens fan here. I don't like this game. Only thing I'm hoping is that Detroit used to play in the Dome. Maybe they'll get off to a slow start. And Lamar have a big game, but we're favored in this game. Are we? Let me see. We 3-point favorites. I'm surprised by that. I thought Detroit would be favored, but so that's just still saying that some people still don't believe in the Lions yet. But I'm scared of the Lions. I think this is not going to be an easy game at all. Steelers Rams. Steelers coming off a bye. We'll see if they can if they improved since they have the bye of Rams. Like I said, it's a dangerous team. That should be a decent game. Cardinals Seahawks. Again, Cardinals been playing the division tough though. Seattle coming off that loss. 8 points might be too high for the Seahawks. I expect a close game. I expect a close game there. Packers Broncos. Packers coming off a bye as well. Broncos. To me, this is a game you got to show out in. So we'll see. That's an interesting game as well. Chargers Chiefs. Just see how the Chargers look. Chiefs at home. Chiefs just own the West. So until somebody beat them, I think the Chiefs should win that game. Sunday Night Football, this is a big one. Dolphins, Eagles, both teams 5-1. This is probably definitely the game of the week. Everybody looking forward to. Can the Dolphins continue their offensive juggernaut? Eagles, can they bounce back from a loss? And this Monday night, Niners and Vikings. Niners coming off a loss, so and now, like I said, no Justin Jefferson, so I think the Niners should handle the Vikings pretty well there. 6 teams on the bye next week: Bengals, Cowboys, Titans, Jets, Panthers, and Texans all on byes this week. So that means that's only 13 games this week. So pretty short schedule. Yep. Yep, you're the only one here hanging with me, bro. Yeah, I think it's because it's during the week, too, because over here it's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so that's part of it. And then, like I told you, my following ain't that big anyway. But last week, at one time, I think we had about 5 people in here, 6 people. I think the stream got like 20, 30-something views, so I didn't expect a big crowd today anyway. At least not initially. Now the playback, I'm hoping I get some views from the playback, but live, I just knew it was going to be a crowd. I mean, not much of a crowd at all. All right, but I'm almost done the stream anyway. Only thing left for this, so to share my power rankings. Now my power rankings this week. People that watch the playback. I had to flip it. Both of the undefeateds lost. Niners and Eagles both lost. And some teams that was right there won. So I kind of went by logic. You could argue any of these 5 teams could be number 1, but this is my 5 power rankings. I'm going to post them here. I'm going to post them here on the community wall, and I'm going to post it on my Instagram and Facebook as well in about an hour or so. So look forward to that. But if you're here, only B is here, but here in my Power 5 here. Number 5, Philadelphia Eagles. They was number 2 last week. They still 5-1. I just say like the way they looked over the weeks. I just kept them up high because they haven't lost. But now that they lost and the way they lost, I didn't put them out the top 5, but they fell pretty big. They fell 3 spots down. They number 5. Lions at number 4. You could argue they could be higher. They've been rolling a little bit. They was 5 last week. They moved up to 4. But the teams in front of them, I just think they're a little bit better than them. So I'm gonna keep the Lions at 4. At number 3, the Miami Dolphins, 5-1. They was 4th last week. They move up a spot. The offense is just unbelievable. I think they average well over 30 points a game. So it's hard to ignore them. So I got them 3. 49ers at 2. This is probably the kind of controversial one. Well, they lost to the Browns. I said during the stream, the Browns' defense is on historic pace. And just the way they've been winning up to this point. I'm not going to go like other people give it those excuses, the weather and all that. I'm not going to go that far, but I think the Browns, because I think that's discredited the Browns. So I'm going to just say the better team won that day. And like I said, I think they deserve credit. That's why the Niners only fall 1 down. And the Chiefs jumped from 3 to 1. Now this is about reputation again. They won 5 in a row, so right now they got the longest streak in the NFL. Now that all these teams lost, so I put that in consideration as well. And I just think this offense is sort of finally getting together at one point and to match the defense, which you would never think you would say about a Chiefs team. So they still the most dangerous team, and they did defend the champs. So I got them at number 1. So at number 5, the Philadelphia Eagles. Number 4, the Detroit Lions. 3, Miami Dolphins. 2, San Francisco 49ers. And number 1, the Kansas City Chiefs. So that's it. Of course, there's no crowd here to keep the stream going. We was on last Saturday for almost 2 hours. I'm going to do that again this week as I get my final thoughts here. Thank you, B, for joining me. Like I said, I'm looking forward to the playback. Maybe, we have more of a crowd during the playback. But thank you guys for the support. I got a big announcement Saturday. Sort of a life-changing announcement. I want to wait. I already know what's going on. I sort of hinted it at the beginning of the month. Now, I got a little bit of a plan. So, like I said, I might have to take a break. I might could do some videos here and there, but as far as live streams and stuff like that, it's going to be difficult for me to do those. Because, and I explain it more on Saturday. I go more into detail about it on Saturday. But I'm going to wait because there's some people I haven't told yet. So I'm just going to get it out the way once. And we'll go from there. But as far as content coming up, I did a Ninja Turtles video today. You can go check that out. I'm going to do some more of that today. And like I said, tomorrow I think I'm gonna jump on the Rumble. I might sneak in the Rumble video today. I'm gonna see. But I just rather wait till tomorrow because I'd rather see what's going on for the weekend, so I don't have to, And like I said, this weekend Saturday we're gonna I'll probably do the sports vlog about noon, and then I do the Rumble probably right after that. Yeah. So that's what's going on. I might seek a Hades video in there, so just keep an eye out for a few little videos to do real quick. So, with that being said, that's it. I'm gonna get on out of here. B, thanks for stopping by, bro. Like I said, I will try to hook up tomorrow, play a little Rumble. You'll be in my video, the video that the gameplay that we play. I'll probably record that video and put it on the channel. So I look forward to that tomorrow. And just for all my supporters, whoever watched the playback or whatever, like I said, we'll put the power rankings up in a few hours, so we'll check that out. And I'm out of here, guys. Enjoy the games tomorrow night. Enjoy the games this weekend. Some big games in the NFL. Saturday on the blog, we're going to talk baseball playoffs. Rangers and Phillies look like we've got a collision course. Rangers up 2-0 in the American League. The National League, the Phillies up 2-0. And just dominate, but they look dominant in their 2 games. I think Houston's going to get a game, but I think Philly could possibly sweep Arizona. So we'll see. Basketball season's coming. Some news in the NBA. We'll look around, touch on some stuff. Look at some preseason stuff. So we can talk NBA, and then we're gonna. I officially put my picks in for Week 7 in the NFL. So we got a big blog coming this weekend, and then like I said, after that, maybe about an hour or so after that, I'm gonna take a little break, and then I stream. So Crash Team Rumble. I'm gonna try to do 3 hours, like I always do. I'm gonna do a little bit of everything, a little party mode, a little competitive, and then whatever the weekend game is this week. So all right, guys, I'm out of here. Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you, B, for your support. Try to reach out to you tomorrow. Everybody else, thanks for the support as well. Um, and if you're here, definitely watch Saturday, so I can make my big announcement. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Troy West, and thank you for watching Side Sports and Gamer channel. Enjoy the sports. Enjoy your games. Enjoy anything that you enjoy. And on that note, peace and love, everybody. Um, talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much.